Our feasibility report. My name is Sharika Charles.
My name is Fabian Smith, and my name is Jessica Salyer, and we are students in Carla Powell's English 212 Technical Writing class here at UAA.
We did a feasibility study on whether or not it would be a good idea to keep the Creekside Commons within the Gorsuch Commons on campus open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Our target audience is the housing department, which controls on-campus housing.
The Creekside Commons is located in the Gorsuch Commons, which is located in the housing district of UAA.
On April 9, 2012, we received approval of our proposal to research the option of the Creekside Commons being open for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This topic seemed fitting because we had heard of satisfaction from students about the times that the Creekside Commons are open, and that some students feel that they are not able to access the Commons during the times they are open due to work, class schedules, or other obligations they may have.
Our next step in the feasibility project was to create and distribute a questionnaire to students that would be most affected by the possible change in the times the Commons were open.
We gave the questionnaire out to 20 UAA students who were willing to participate in the study. The questionnaire covered simple demographic questions, including gender, age, and academic status. Next, we asked questions to identify where the students we surveyed live, the general interest and opinions of when the Commons are open, how often the students actually eat in the Commons, and whether or not they use the Commons for any other purposes other than getting food.
Students that live in the housing on campus of UAA have limited choices for places to get food when they stay on campus. Strictly in housing, the options are the Creekside Commons and the Bare Necessities mini store. Since the Creekside Commons are the only real option for hot food, we asked students whether or not they would want to see the Commons open 24/7. We discovered that students did not show strong interest in these options. The results that we gathered went against what we hypothesized they would be. The response from students to question number 6 was most surprising to us. Only 8 people responded with yes to wanting the Commons open 24/7. That is only 40% of the students that we surveyed.
We went on to look at the results from question number 10. This graph shows the days and frequency with which the 20 students we surveyed eat in the Creekside Commons. The most popular days turned out to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
One other factor we took into consideration was whether or not students study in the Commons. This result was also surprising, with only 3 students reporting studying in the Creekside Commons. We expect this has something to do with the overall lack of interest in keeping the Creekside opens 24/7. We gathered from this that students most likely study elsewhere on campus or in the dorms, and do not view the Creekside Commons as a place to do schoolwork.
In conclusion, we decided to stop the feasibility study at this point. Since there was such a lack of interest from the students, we did not continue to draw up a budget for what the proposed hours of operation would cost. Based on the data we collected from the survey, students mainly went to the Commons on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We believe that this is a contributing factor to the general lack of interest from students regarding the Commons being open 24/7. Since they only go on weekdays on a regular basis, they don't see a need to keep the Creekside Commons open as long as we propose.
Our recommendation, based on the information and data we collected during this study, is that the additional feasibility report can be conducted. While students did not seem overly interested in keeping the Creekside Commons open for 24 hours a day, there was a slight interest in possibly extending the hours of operation on weekdays. Students showed interest in possibly extending the times the Creekside Commons are open Monday through Thursday. These seem to be the days that students did not leave campus to get food elsewhere. Our opinion is that if the Creekside Commons were open longer on these days, students might decide to study in the Creekside Commons, and this could add to the overall accessibility of the Creekside Commons, while improving the sense of community within the housing campus. This may be the direction to take this study, and further research is needed in the future.